solo.
And hello! Welcome to Solo Playthroughs! We're going back to Mage Knight because I want to play Mage Knight. And I thought about playing something else and I was like, no! I want to play Mage Knight. So yeah, I had taken about 3 months away from Mage Knight, which is way too friggin' long before my last playthrough. Definitely think I left a win on the table, which makes me upset. And more importantly, it makes Krang upset. And we are back to try again. Let me get some of these dice out of the way. This is the source for the first round. Is a red, red, white. I'll get these 5 dice off. We'll get our terrain deck set up. We'll shuffle a bunch of stuff. It will be super fun. Madi was here. Hello. I don't think I can make it. I gotta get up early. Yeah, I would imagine it's pretty late in Germany, and I do miss my mid-morning, late morning, early afternoon streams, but unfortunately those days are long gone, as I continue to lament. But we will do them on the weekends now and again when Mrs. Playthroughs stops loading up my weekends. All good stuff, but Mrs. Playthroughs has a social butterfly streak, which has been quite active as of late, for sure. So some interesting comments on the last playthrough, some really good observations, including from the aforementioned, that's a mouthful for me today for some reason, aforementioned Madi. Tom Willinger also had a good point that I could have rested, or I could have taken advantage of the healing power of a magical glade one more time by having a slow recovery turn, which indeed is a turn, and which would have allowed me to have the end of turn effects. I believe that sounds exactly right. If someone wants to, fact check me on that, that would be great. And if someone uses the word exhaustion in that sentence, I will immediately tell you to never read the walkthrough again, because it is absolutely not helpful as you get to a certain level of understanding of how this game is supposed to work. All right, let's get our initial offers. But I love the walkthrough. Yes, it's very helpful. And then throw it away. All right, we have cure and disease. We have restoration and rebirth. And we have expose and mass expose. And we'll put this up there. There will be a bit of glare in the spell offer, and I think I'm gonna have to even go higher because I made my ugly mug a little bit bigger and uglier and muggy than usual. We have Into the Heat. Hello, my darling. That could have been useful last game. We have Steady Tempo. That could have been useful last game. And we have Intimidate. Woof! What an incredible advanced action offer we have here. So we will have to see which of those I would like to choose. We're going to have the countryside terrain. We're going to need exactly 7 of these suckers. Shuffle in terrain, because it's fun to do. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This will be the top of our map tiles. Tony Barnett, he's back. I am back. And I would like to say better than ever, but it's probably inaccurate, so I won't. All right, that's a 3. This is a 4. Those are the non-city core tiles. And now we have the core tiles. And I'm actually going to remember to roll this 3 times for once in my life. We got a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5, 6 will be the last one. And now this is going to be for the Megapolis, which I'll just put over here on my computer. That's a 4, so 4, 5, 6. Again, I count bottom to top because I'm a weirdo. And that's fine. It's more fun to live that way. All right, let's shuffle the tiles. Roll a die, get them nice and random. I rolled a 3. I rolled another 3. So the middle one, I rolled a 2, and that one will go on top, and then they all go on the bottom. All right, 2 over here. My French just comes out, kids. We have, that's not right. That's right. We have a village and a little orc up there, and hey, maybe I can go for another keep, which did absolutely nothing for me last playthrough. I do think I left a win on the table. I do also think I did get a little unlucky with how the terrain came out. Only having 1 keep early was a little frustrating. But yeah, there were things I really should have done, especially the end of the second day. I very much should have gotten a core tile out there, and there was by the way, so the catapults are going to be the orc that's there, and then the keep will be face down, and then there was something I could have done with banner of command. Never really used that very well, so just altogether just made some mistakes, but I've learned my lesson and I am ready for another chance. So we have no kindling, so that's frustrating. We don't have very many good yeah, we don't have very many good fame opportunities here. So I do think that keep is going to be the winner. Hopefully we get some movement and influence and a unit that I can get in the village, because that will be the most useful. I doubt I'm going for that catapult, but we shall see. So we have 3 regular units. We have the herbalists. They can be recruited in the village. We have the northern monks. They could have been helpful last game, but they could not be recruited in the village. And we have the shock troops, who can be recruited in a village. Now, if I think I can get up to, well, if I can get up to 8 fame, maybe I get the herbalist and the shock troops. But I think that might be a little bit ambitious, considering I only have 1 orc to kill, and he's way the hell up there. And I think the keep is indeed going to be the safer play. So yeah, I just want a lot of movement in my opening hand, is indeed how this has shooken out. I don't know, one of those. This goes here. Dude, that would be crazy. Shock troops and into the heat with the +3, and that would be 4 + 1. Man, you get range attack 3 billion. Grim Legionnaires, be warned, I'm coming for you. All right, cool. I have 2 emails. Very exciting stuff, and somebody's live on my YouTube channel. Yep, I'm on it. All right, that can go. Oh, I need a dummy player. That's what I need, because you know, 1 dummy is not enough for this live stream. We need 2. All right, my D deck is shuffled. I will indeed count to 16 just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, and 16. Correct. On my left, we have Arethia. We have Wolfhawk, Norwalk, Soldix, Bravelar, and Tovi. I rolled a 4, so Goldix, it is. The dragon. The dragon is in the house. Doo-doo-doo. Yep, that is the competitive skill. So I'll shuffle up the skills for Goldix. Hopefully we get some flight. That will be helpful. Yeah, I also did something weird. Man, I did really just butcher that last game. I could have killed that Draconum Summoner fairly easy. Held on to that monastery, maybe recruited a unit there before I entered. I did some weird things, kids. I was all discombobulated. So that's my excuse. We're sticking to it. Now, there is no Mage Tower, so looking at Disease Cure is not going to be helpful, but Disease Cure could be a really nice card. But alas, it is not going to be mine today. I do need Goldex's D deck. It's over here. Sound effects are mandatory as always. We have 2 greens and a blue. Now in this part of my table, it's going to be a little hard to see all of them, but they're there, I promise. And we will do the D deck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All right, we are good to go. Let me draw my opening hand and make this magic happen, hopefully. So we have Rage, exactly what I don't need. We have Savage Harvesting, that could be good. We have Ruthless Courage, also what I don't need. We have Stamina. Of course, I don't have a good source, because why would I? And we have Stamina. Red, red, blue is really bad. Could dump Ruthless Coercion with Savage Harvesting to get a red crystal. A red, white, I mean, is really bad. Using 2 movement cards, I mean, then I could pillage. I don't think Ruthless Coercion is going to be much good for me. I might not want to burn Planning, because ideally I get there and I pillage, so I'd have 7 cards anyway. I mean, I should be able to move and kill anything there with that. But Planning indeed could be helpful. I really wish I had meh. Mana Steel is not helpful. I'm tempted to take Rethink. Just like get in there with those 3 cards. I'm gonna pillage. I'll have 7 cards anyway. I could hold on to Planning, hopefully make that 3rd round a little bit easier. Make it more likely I start. But if I rethink, what am I rethinking? That's the other problem. Not with that source. That source is pretty bad for Rethink. All right, I'll take Planning. It is what it is. Rolling a die for Goldie. Goldie rolled a 4, so Planning would have been out if I didn't take it. And here we go again with always rolling the minimum number for the dummy player. So, the dummy dragon is first. And let's go. We have Alex O. I'm almost always going Planning on the first day. Try to boost hand size early. Yeah, I'm with you, except I just know I'm going to be able to pillage in that village. So it just seemed a little excessive, but you know, there wasn't enough of a rationale to take Rethink or to take Great Start. So yeah, I'm definitely with you. So Goldix gets a white, gets a green, gets a white, no white crystals in Goldix's inventory. Again, he started with 2 green and a blue, so we do not have to worry about taking any more cards off the dummy player's deck. I am going to go. I'm playing Savage Harvesting, which is going to give me I mean, the concern about getting the Herbalist and using Ruthless Coercion is I'm going to be really jamming up my my reputation with Ruthless Coercion. And because I'm gonna go, I'll be -3 before I blink. And but there is something nice about the potential to heal, and there's also something nice about to get the green mana token. So I'm very tempted. From here, I'm going to need 6 movement to get into the keep. That shouldn't be that hard to do, especially with my hand size. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard Stamina with Roots. So Savage Harvesting. Once this turn, when you move a space, you may discard a card to gain a crystal of the same color of the card you discard. I'm going to gain a blue crystal. Then I'm going to have the move 2. I'm going to play Stamina as well for move 2. I'm going to play Ruthless Coercion, Influence 2. I get a discount of 2 towards a card, the cost of recruiting 1 unit. If you recruit this unit this turn, if you recruit that unit this turn, Reputation -1. And I will recruit the Herbalists. Again, worst case, it gives me a green mana, which can be helpful for sure. And that is my turn. Now I did take, oh, I only have 1 card left. Woof. Well, I still think it's worth it. That's fine. So I'm only going to get to my hand limit. So we get a March. Getting that green mana with Herbalist can be helpful. We get Determination. We get Crystallize. And we get Tranquility. I'm going to pillage the village. Oh, I lost a reputation because I used Ruthless Coercion. I pillaged the village, so I lost another reputation. I draw 2 more cards. We have Swiftness. And we have Swiftness. Wow. We will see what this is. Indeed. I gain a green mana with this. I have the blue mana. I have this red. I have the blue crystal, so I get a pretty good block. But so I can get move 6 here with the Herbalist help. Tranquility, I can draw a couple more. I can draw 1 card if I don't think I'm going to need the heal, but I'll be able to evaluate once I'm there, because again, I can do healing effects at any time other than battle. Goldix's turn, we get a white, a green, so 2 more, so 1 and 2, so that's 8 cards out of the 16 cards in the dummy player's deck, done in 2 turns. My turn. I am going to use the Herbalist for that green mana. Use that green mana to power March. That's move 4. That gets me here. I have 1 point of movement remaining, but I have established myself here, so we can now flip this over. Something I can kill. Ooh. Okay. The red. That would only be 2 wounds. I'd still have Tranquility, so I could heal if I get another green mana. So that would be 7. And it's only 2 wounds. I think. Actually, I can just hurt. I can. Since I'm not going to have another command token, and I do want the shock troops, I think it just makes sense. I'll just apply 1 wound to the Herbalist, and then I'll just disband him when I recruit the shock troops. So I'm going to use the Swiftness to get 2 more move. That gets me into here, because that's move 6 total. It was only 6, 3 to get into the forest during the day and 3 to get into the hills. Now I'm sieging a fortified site. Reputation -1 again. Whee! All right. Now, I'm not going to try to block this dude, so he's attacking me with 3 attack. I'm going to assign, or 3 points of damage. I'm going to assign 2 points of damage to my Herbalist, 1 point of damage to my, hand, right? And now, we are going to go to the melee phase. I'm going to power Rage with the red from the source. I'm going to use Determination. That's attack 6. I'm going to use Crystallize Sideways for attack 7. And that is going to kill this dude. We are going to get 3 points of fame. So that gets me a level up. So that's super nice. And we're going to put another thing on. We're going to put this on the map, so I'll have 1 more card in my hand. At the end of the combat, I can play healing effects. I'm going to play Tranquility to heal the 1 wound that I got into my hand. Now, once again, planning is not going to do anything for me, but, you know, I'm still glad I took it, I guess. So, rolling this die, it is now black, because of course it is. All these go away. I'm going to do my level up, so I'm going to look at the top 2 skills on Krang's stack. We have not the worst, not the best. So Spirit Guides, once a turn, move 1, and you may add 1 block, add 1 to any to a. I'm sorry, you may add 1 to a block of any type in the block phase. So that's either a block from a card or a block from a unit. I kind of like the +1 movement every turn. It's pretty useful. The other one can be useful too in the right circumstances. Again, both of these are a little mathy. Battle Hardened, once a turn, ignore either the next 2 points of damage assigned to your hero from a single physical attack or 1 point of damage from a non-physical attack. I think the movement's going to be just slightly more important, but both of them are indeed tempting. So this goes away. Technically, it's in the skill offer in case there are effects that allow me to take something from the skill offer. If they are, I'll just, summon them at this point. And then we're going to get that added from Goldix. It is White Crystal Craft. Once a round, flip this to gain 1 blue crystal to your inventory and 1 white mana token. Alrighty then, I get an advanced action. Oh, it's so hard not to take Into the Heat. I have this, so that kind of nullifies Steady Tempo a fair amount. Intimidate will be out there for a while. I will take Into the Heat because at the levels that I'm playing at now, I am going to need significant amounts of attack. Remember, I was about 40 points of attack shy last game, the way it played out. So I will grab that. I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is 5 plus 1 because I am on my keep. And I would like Influence. Ooh, does that make an argument for Intimidate? No, I know that I still have a promise in here, and there's a white in the source. I think this is going to make the most sense. So, Into the Heat, Rage, Mana Draw, Concentration, and Improvisation. So, of course, Promise is the very last card on my deck. Because, of course, oh, wait, yeah, and planning didn't trigger because I did not have 2 cards in my hand. Oh, I could have kept the wound, but I wanted to heal the wound. It is what it is. So, all sorts of silly shenanigans just happened right there. Can I kill something? Wow, I've gotten 3 fame in an entire round. Look at me go, kids. We're going to go to Goldix's turn. It's a blue. It's a red. It's a green. 2 more. Goldix is flying through their deck. What a jerk. My turn. I need Influence 7. I still don't have a green mana, because why would I? I'm going to get move 1, move 2, and that's going to let me explore. I'm going to explore here. Remember, I can do this because it's a countryside tile. That's an interesting tile. So we get, I wish I put that there instead. That would have been a wee bit more helpful, but we'll see what this ruin is. So this is a face-up orc. It is the Skirmishers. Again, 2 attacks of a 1 each, only 2 points of fame, which isn't great. And it has only 4 shields, so pretty easy to defeat. We have that face down because it is day. Well, face down because I'm not adjacent. If I'm adjacent, it would flip face up. And then the rumors are face up because it is day. Defeat a keep enemy and a monster enemy for a artifact. Well, that's very enticing. Yeah, my chance of killing anything this round is very, very late. I probably want to move next turn. I'll be able to move with this and that, so I do have that going for me, but I want to have this revealed going into the next day. So I see no need to spend swiftness just yet. I'm going to play mana draw, use the white, turn this into a green, get 2 green mana. I'm going to use concentration with improvisation. I'm going to discard rage. So concentration, I get to play another card. I get the stronger effect +2, so that gives me 7 influence. I need 7 influence to get the shock troops. Remember, because I'm -1 there, and the shock troops cost 6, so that's 7. I have to disband the herbalists. Thank you for all that you've done for me. They are out, and the shock troops come in ready and unwounded. All right, I'm going to waste the other green mana that I got. I'm going to not re-roll that green as per the directions on mana draw. I re-rolled that. It is a white. I get this skill back. It is a reusable skill. And alas, I still have swiftness. Planning did nothing for me. I'm going to draw a card. Bam, act surprised. It's promise. Alrighty then. Goldix is going to go 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. He's going to declare end of round next turn. My turn. I'm going to play Swiftness for move 2. I'm going to play Promise sideways. This is going to flip over. It is the Sorcerers interesting. Promise sideways and this skill. Again, this skill is very useful. That gives me move 2 that lets me explore once again. And alas, we have an orc in my face. So some good fame opportunities early in the first night, because I indeed am going to need them. This face up, it is the Ironclad, which is perfect considering I have 0 elemental attack so far. Excellent, that will go there. So Goldix declares end of round. I agree with an end of round because I have nothing to do really, so I'm going to shuffle up my D deck. Only 3 fame, that is not good. But again, I can get 4 fame there, another 5 fame there. Try to do that artifact. Again, I don't want to dally too much, but there's something to be said about getting this artifact, actually. If I get a really good hand, maybe I do the artifact first, then take out the sorcerer. I don't know. Killing him gets me a reputation back, so that could be helpful. Shock troops aren't great. Well, I mean, reducing that attack by 3 makes it a 1. 1 point of damage with brutal becomes 2 points of damage, so it would just be 1 wound on the shock troops, so that could be worth it. But again, it's going to be 6 points of attack because the sucker has physical resistance and I don't have any elemental attack yet. All right, this goes away. We're going to have 3 more regular units. We have the Red Cape Monks, we have the Guardian Golems, which I could recruit in the Mage Tower, and we have the Guardsmen. All right, gonna shuffle. By shuffle, I mean roll. We get 2 greens and a blue. 2 greens and a blue. All right, this is out. Blue gets added, green crystal gets added, so there are 3 green crystals, and there's probably going to be 4. So definitely playing a high variance game with the dummy player. We got Fireball up there. I definitely dig that. This comes out. It is Mana Storm. Probably like expose a little bit more in the Fireball at this level. But I really do love Fireball. Let me count the ways that I love Fireball. Oh boy. Question is, do I try to get this artifact right away? Just because I need fame. Maybe I don't take out the Ironclads. I do the artifact, move here. I am a little worried about not getting reputation better, but I do have Arcane Disguise, which can come in handy if I can get it out of my skill deck. All right, we'll figure it out. I am drawing 6 cards, 5 cards plus 1 because I'm on my keep. So we get Savage Harvesting again, Mana Draw, Tranquility. What a really bad draw this is. Woof. Crystallize and Ruthless Coercion. That is horrendously bad. And Concentration. I never take this card anymore, but this is so bad that I literally cannot use this hand. And I can't do worse. I can do a lot better. So I'm going to take Midnight Meditation instead of Preparation or Sparing Power. I'm rolling a die for Goldix. It's a 1 because, of course, they rolled a 1 again, and that comes out. So Goldix is first. Greens would be bad. So hopefully we got all the greens out of our system last round. So that's a green. Oh, that's a nice green. That's a red. Excellent. Good job. I'm going to use Midnight Meditation now. I'm shuffling 5 cards back in. Tempted to take Crystallize, but no. 5 cards back in, and then I can, so basically Midnight Meditation, once this turn, before any of your turns, you may shuffle the 5 cards, including wounds, from your hand back into your D deck, and then draw that many cards. So I shuffled 5 cards in, because I could not use the hand I had at all, and then I'm drawing 5 new cards. And here we go, into the heat, swiftness, rage, promise, and march. Ay, 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 ay. Could get a range attack 5. I can get a range attack 9 with Into the Heat. I don't have a red. Get their attack. So I can get a range attack 5, 8. I don't have a red. Block. I have the reduction. I can get any block. I can get +1 there, so that's useful. All right, let's do it this way. I'm gonna enter this ruin, and we're just gonna have to gamble a little bit because I still don't love this hand, but I gotta go with something. So, entering this ruin, we'll figure out the math once we're there. We have the Utum crossbowman. Again, the ruin has a keep enemy and a monster. So the Utum crossbowman. Give me something good. And the werewolf. Well, could have been worse. So we're going to do this. I'm going to play concentration with swiftness. That gives me range attack 5 that kills the werewolf. I cannot block this dude. But I can reduce his attack and then block him with this. Because if I reduce his attack to a 1, again he has swiftness, so you need twice the whatever the remaining attack is. But then I'd have to do rage and Into the Heat. I wouldn't take any wounds. I would get an artifact. I would draw 6 cards. I would get a lot of fame. But that would be very burned up for the sorcerer. No, I still have determination in my deck. I do want to take out the sorcerer. Wounds would be really inefficient. Who knows where my tranquility is? All right, we'll do that. So I'm burning everything, but again, it's a lot of fame, so we're going to make this happen. So he's attacking me with a 4. I'm reducing his attack to a 1 because I've reduced the attack by 3. I'm then using Promise for block 1. It becomes block 2, and that's enough to block the remaining 1 attack of the Utum crossbowman, even with the swiftness. All right, and then in the melee phase, because now I blocked him, I'm going to use Rage for attack 2, both these cards for attack 1 each, and that's going to be attack 4. So if I had had a red, I would have just been able to power Into the Heat and get a range attack 4 and killed him that way. Unfortunately, I did not. So, and there was no way I was blocking the werewolf, nor did I want to deal with these 7 points of damage coming at my face. So, my whole hand played, but we managed to kill both the enemies. I'm going to re-roll this. It is now blue. These come out. The skill remains. And I'm going to get some fame. I get 8 fame, which is super nice. That gets me up to 11. That is a level up. I have another command token. And now my armor could withstand some wounds a little bit better from the sorcerer. Instead of 6 wounds if I don't block him, it would be only 4, 2 to my hand, 2 to my discard. Remember, he has assassination and poison. Now, the fact that I did burn the shock troops means, again, shock troops override assassination. If you use them to block an enemy, I cannot do that in this case. All right. Andrew Captain, planning. Sad says, what? You did not give any advance warning again? I did. It's an hour and a half. Philip, what's up? What have I missed? Only the most important early chatter and rants. Were the Drake, hi Greg, for some reason I'm not receiving notifications. Your guy's not treating his fan base right these days. Man, when I know I can stream, I usually have like 2 hours notice. I'll make sure all the manties are made aware of these transgressions. Good luck, says Drake. Herbalist getting subpar treatment even by scout standards this game. watch you get a worse hand after midnight meditation. Way better, 100% doable. Or actually, maybe not. Reduce sorcerer attack and block, skill and rage, and then attack with. Ooh, the Roman's right. You want to take out the sorcerer for a date? I would love to take out the sorcerer for a date. He looks very dreamy. He's very much my type. All right. I beat the ruins. So this comes off. I don't know. Whatever. I'll put a shield there because it's fun. I get an artifact as my reward, which I should have done before my level up, but who cares? And we get number 1, Banner of Protection. Assign this for unit you control. The assigned unit gets +1 armor, fire resistance, and ice resistance. At the end of your turn, you may throw away all runes you received. And we get the Tome of All Spells. Discard a card of any color. Use the basic effect of a spell the same color from the spell's offer without paying its mana cost. Wow. That's so iffy. Discard of any card of any color. Use a stronger effect of a spell of the same color without paying its mana cost. You may do so even during the day. Tome of All Spells is super tempting. Promise is out, right? Wolf. It's just so like, it's very card inefficient. +1 armor, fire resistance, and ice resistance. Banner protection would be sick against the freezers. I'll take the banner just because it's a little bit more guarantee that it is what I want it to be. And I did my level up. So if I kill the Ironclad, I get up to 15 fame, and I get another card. And I'll get another level up, and I get my rotation back, which makes me a little excited. I'm not sure I love the Guardian Golems, so I wouldn't be that upset about losing them. I would like a spell, however. Hey, it's the Banner Protection. Act surprised. Ruthless Coercion. Crystallize. I'm still next to my keep, so I do draw +1. Savage Harvesting. And Swiftness. Yeah, I think I give up on the Ironclads. It's not efficient, and I'm just going to get some crystals this round. Come back. It's only a 2. Kill him. I might even add the Skirmishers for good effect, but I can't attack this round. That would be crazy. And we'll see what I explore, if it's something worth it. I definitely want to use this movement while I have it. And I still have this, which makes the idea of doing what I'm about to do a little bit more palatable. So gold is the second turn. It's a blue, it's a red, it's a blue. One more comes off. It's a white, so that's only 7 cards. I'm going to play Savage Harvesting, +1. I'm going to throw away Ruthless Coercion to get a red crystal as I move here. I'm then going to place Stamina to explore here because I have the movement. I want to take advantage of it. Ooh, it's another Mage Tower, but that's a little problematic because, you know, it's super late. Orc goes here. It's an Orc War Beast. I said it's an orc. I haven't seen the orc war beast in a while, and this is face down. It would not be revealed because it is night. I would not mind getting a spell there and a spell there. I'm going to assign a banner of protection to the shock troops. And then I'm going to use... trying to think what green would even do for me. Not much. Not much. I'm going to use the blue to get a mana of any color. I would like a white. That swiftness could indeed come in handy. And that would be the end of my turn. All right, so I just got 2 crystals and explored. That was on the white side. So that works out well. I get this skill back. And we're good to go there. Now, if I can get this on the golems, Banner Protection would be actually an amazing card on the golems. So I'm drawing up to my hand limit. I'm only drawing 5 now because I'm no longer adjacent to my keep. So we're going to get Mana Draw, Determination, Stamina, and Rage. So it's move +1 and block, so I can get the block 6 and I can get this 6 attack. So this is great. We're going to what haven't I seen yet? I haven't seen Improvisation, which will give me some influence. I'm gonna need 9 Woof. Well, I can get Intimidate when I level up, which I indeed will. So this will work out well. So gold is this turn. So it's a red, it's a green, it's a blue, 1 more, so only 11 cards in 3 turns. I appreciate the courtesy. My turn, I'm going to play Stamina to move in. I'm sieging a fortified site. That's going to cost me a reputation, so I'm down to -2. I need to block 6, or I take 6 points of damage to my hand, and for every wound I take to my hand, I would take a corresponding wound to my discard pile. I'm going to power Determination with the... Oh, I can play Mana Draw and use 2 dice. That's better. So I'm going to power Determination with the blue from the source. It only gives me block 5. Oh, here's block 6. Isn't that amazing? And now in the melee attack phase, I'm going to use my red crystal to power Rage. And I can use another die from the source because of Mana Draw. That's going to be this white die. That is attack 7. That's enough to kill the sorcerers. I love the sorcerers. All right. I told you they're my type. We get 5 points of fame, so that gets me up to 16. I'm going to re-roll these 2 dice because I use the basic effect of Mana Draw, so that is a green and a blue. I'll tell you what, the skill has come in huge. These all go away. I'm going to get my reward. I'm going to take... I like them both. Man, I'm putting another green in on his thing. It's really bad. Oh, and if I take Intimidate, he's going to get another green card, too. Wow. That's really bad. I don't love it. All right, expose. This goes down. It's meditation. I'm going to do my level up. I would like Arcane Disguise. I got Arcane Disguise, yeah, and the cooperative skill, which I think is trash, so that's fine. Arcane Disguise. So, Arcane Disguise. Once a turn, influence 2. Or I can flip this token to ignore all effects from my position on the reputation track this turn. You may flip it back on any turn by paying a green mana. Most excelente. So that will work. This goes here. I take a card. I will take Intimidate, especially now that I have Arcane Disguise, although I really hate giving him Refreshing Walk. don't think I have a choice. We're just playing a very high variance game, and we'll have to hope we don't get super unlucky. We're going to add 1 skill to the skill offer from Goldix. What is it? It is another mana one, so not flight, not motivation. It is green crystal craft. Once a turn, flip this, get a blue crystal and a green mana. Alrighty then, I'm going to draw up to my hand limit, which is 5. Look at me, I can heal. I have nothing to heal. Yowza. 5, 7, I need. Influence 4, influence 5, 6. Yeah, ignoring the effects is the same as the +2, so they just cancel each other out. But Intimidate is going to make me go Reputation -1 again. So Goldix goes blue, white, and white. My turn. I'm going to... Oh, I don't have a red. Of course I don't. So this is Influence 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reputation -1 at the end of the turn. But the 9 -2, where it was at the beginning of the turn, allows me to get the golems. And that's great. I love it. I cannot... I can move 2 next turn, but that's not going to let me get there. Which might not be crazy. But I kind of want to get there. And get up this way. I'm not sure it makes sense to go up to these ironclads. Oh, I do have... Block. It's funny. I can get attack 3, 2 on this dude. I can get attack 3 on that dude. I cannot kill him. That's a little unfortunate. The source was not my friend again. Yeah. Yeah, I just can't get a red. No red, crystal, or mana. So that's fine. So 3, 7, 9, got the golems, lost reputation. I have tranquility left in my hand. It's all good. This comes back. And these all go away. Goldix's turn. 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. He will declare end of round next turn. My turn. I am very close to doing cool things, but I can't, so I'm going to declare end of round. I'm also going to take Banner Protection and put it back in my deck because I would like to assign it to the Guardian Golems because of awesomeness. So, yeah, I'm absolutely stuck. I could have moved here. There seems to be, you know what? I will just move there because why not? And he'll declare it around. I'll declare it because it's the same movement either way. Although I could, yeah, I'm gonna want to siege that mage tower. There's no real reason to stay there, and in case I have an easy shot at the ironclads just for the 4 fame, it might indeed be worth it. So we'll just do that. It's unlikely to be something that matters, but and the reputation matters a bit less because of Arcane Disguise. And I'm going to throw this. I'm throwing cards because I just don't care. All right, no kindling. We are a little bit behind pace, but not exceptionally so. We get the Magic Familiars, we get the Scouts, who I love and adore and will always take them whenever I possibly can. Oh, nice thing about going back there too is I will get the +1 card draw. So genius, I knew that. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Had that in mind the entire time. Green, green, lots of green. If I pull 1 green, it basically is an even trade-off. But if I pull 2 in the same round, out of the 5 green cards in here, that's a big problem. So definitely hope we don't get mad unlucky on that. All right, and done. This goes away. Fireball comes down. These come down. The new advanced action is Ice Shield, and the new spell is Snowstorm. Now the problem again, if I take Fireball and leave Meditation, we are going to give them another green, which seems like a very bad idea. So I'm drawing out to my hand limit. Well, let me do this first. I got 2 greens and a red in the offer. It is day. Nothing flips as a result just yet. So, Tranquility, Crystallize, Rage, Concentration, Rage, and because I'm next to my keep, March. Not the greatest cards, not the worst. Move 6 gets me there, which would be pretty nice. Tempted to take Mana Steel. Move 8 gets me there and lets me explore, which also seems like a good idea. All right, I'm going to take Mana Steel. I'm going to steal the green. We're rolling a die for Goldix. He rolls a 6. Look at him. Excellent. I'm first. Love it a lot. Chat. Tome Fireball Dead Orcs. That skill surprising useful so far. Oh yeah, crazy. What's up, Tote Silence? Any extra movement is always great. The block is more situational. I find the block skills are sometimes not used at all, even if you get them very early, but hence the benefit that the skill is dual purpose. If you drop Tranquility with Improvisation to keep exposed, you can play it with the White Crystal for attack 2, then the Goblins give you an extra. If you drop Tranquility. You drop Tranquility with the Improvisation. Keep expose. Oh. I see. Yeah, but it's possible you draw more than a single green card from the dummy deck, right? I see. Yeah, so what Saj is saying is I could have killed the Skirmishers. I do think moving here to get the extra draw is probably better. It's only 2 points of fame, so it would have given me +1 there, but the +1 of reputation matters a little bit less. But yeah, if I end up really wanting 2 points of fame later, I'll regret that I didn't kill those donkeys. But I do like that I moved to. So yeah, so when because I dropped the spell, I dropped Mass Expose, or I dropped Expose with Improvisation last turn, and I could have dropped the Tranquility instead. But yeah, I dig all of that. It would have. I don't remember if there was a white there. It might have cost me the white crystal, so that would have been more of the thing I would have had to factor into the equation. But alas, I am first. I'm going to use Mana Steel. Remember, this does not count as my use of the die from the source this turn. And I'm going to get the move 6. I'm just going to be pretty aggressive with my movements, so I'm a little bit behind. I'm going to get there. We flip this over. It is the magic familiars. I'm going to use Tranquility since I have no wounds. I'm going to put that sideways, and I'm going to use this to get moved 2 more so I can explore here. We have a monastery and a dungeon and an orc. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe I don't go for those familiars after all. This is face down. No, this is face up. Ah, man, that puts me in a weird decision point. Put this out of screen. We get 1 advanced action in the unit offer. It is Decompose. Remember, if we want to go train with the monks, we could get that. I mean, it's very tempting. I could kill the familiars real easy. That dungeon's really far out of the way in a way that concerns me. It's just a lot of wasted effort. I really want to get a core tile on the board this round. I'm going to use Crystallize. I'm going to power it with a red to get a red crystal. That's was the benefit of using Mana Steel. And now I have all the rage. So the Guardian Golems are interesting because or Brutal's interesting with anything that has resistance. So I mean, if I get 3 points of damage, well, you think, oh, I have 3 points of physical resistance, no problem. But it actually becomes 6 points of damage, and that doubling happens before you assign the damage. So I would have to still take a wound. Granted, it would just be 1 wound, but I just got rid of my Tranquility, so I'd be pretty loath to do that. I did planning last night. Planning was absolutely garbage for me. Oh, I'm also on a deep mine, so I will get a green crystal. I could take a green or a blue. Alright. Well, reduce armor and 1 attack of 1 chosen enemy. That doesn't work with enemies with arcane immunity, but the attack would be reduced, but the armor would not be. But that's fine. Alright, this comes back. I'm re-rolling both the red and the green. It's a gold and a red. These are out. I have my 2 rages. I'm drawing up to my hand limit, which is 5. Ruthless Coercion. Banner of Protection. Improvisation. So move 3. Cannot be fortified. I would not have the range attack necessary. Move 3. I might go to take out the monastery with this hand, save the shock troops. If I go to the monastery, it would be 6 point of movement back, but I think I get that another artifact while I'm here. Get the 6 point of movement back and then continue moving that way, and hopefully I can explore twice more before the end of the round. Hopefully. I also have the really exciting opportunity to recruit the scouts in the Mage Tower if I can get 8 more points of fame. which which is pretty likely. All right, that I think makes the most sense. So Goldix goes. He has 5 green cards in his deck. I have seen none of them, and I still have seen none of them. So out of the 18 cards in here, there are now 15 left. A third of them are green. My turn. I'm going to assign the banner protection to the Guardian Golems, which is the whole point of these reindeer games that I've been playing with the banner protection. I love reindeers. I have no good way to beat the Magic Familiars. They are unruly. So I'm going to use Ruthless Coercion and this to move 2. And I'm now going to burn down the monastery. I have a lot of what I would need to make this happen. Alright, I mean, I can get 5 block. I can get a lot of block. I can get some attack. We'll see. This might be a bad idea, but, you know, I have bad ideas sometimes. So, I'm going to get all the way to X. I'm pulling a Mage Garrison. Like, it's still early in the round, so if I have to... Oh, man, he can blow through this stuff so quick. But if it's still early in the round, if I have to do a turn resting, I'm fine with that. Bam! It is not terrible. The physical resistance is actually really terrible. I got the Ice Golems. Which I still have the +1 block. So I can block him, but I cannot... I put the shield on prematurely. I cannot defeat him. And if I don't block him, he paralyzes me, and that makes me sad. Wolf. So... I do not want to get rid of this rage. I'm going to do improvisation and the rage and that. I just can't get 8 attack. It's a really bad draw right there. So I can't get the 8 attack because I don't have elemental attack. But we've managed to block him. He just goes away. And then I think the next time, I'm pretty sure now I can attack again. Monastery, if you do... During combat. If you fail to defeat an enemy in a tomb, dungeon, or monastery, it is discarded. So that is just discarded with no effect, which I've already done. This comes back. I draw 4 new cards, and then I will think about my life choices. We get Expose, helpful. Swiftness, helpful. Savage Harvesting, and Swiftness. I think we're going to try this again, kids, because, yeah, we have a bunch of ranged attack. Golem, Goldix. Oh, crap. There it is. The first green. We just added it to his deck, so 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holy cow. 15 cards. There are 15 cards, and we just pulled off 7. So there's 8 cards left, 4 of which are green because of me being super lucky. Well, pot committed, kids. So here we go. I'm going to attack this monastery again. My reputation goes down 3. Oh well. That's really gross. This guy. This is easier. So I'm going to, if I had exposed last turn, that would have been more helpful. But alas, I did not. So I'm going to use the white crystal. It's a fire mage. I just need 5 range attack. So I'm going to do this white crystal. This is range attack 2. That's range attack 5. So he's dead. I get how much fame? I get 5 fame. That gets me up to 21. I'm going to get an artifact that he was hiding from me. Everything else stays in my hand. Rolling this. It's blue. These are out. Book of Wisdom or Druidic Staff. That could be helpful. This is now done. This is now down to 0. Druidic Staff makes sense. Am I dropping anything? No, I'm not. This goes away. I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is still only 5 for the next couple turns. Intimidate's good. All right, Goldix's turn. Not a green. It's a green. It's another green. Of course it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 card left there. I have 3 more turns. I only have 6 cards left in my stub, so this isn't terrible. I could move 2, 3. All right, let me figure this out. If I discard, that'd be block 3, reduce the other attack. Can I get 7 attack now? 2, oh, I get 7 attack from this. So I definitely want to take out the source, the magic familiars this turn. So movement wise, yeah, I would just take all my movement this way. But then Savage Harvesting, I would not have a card to discard. It's 6 movement or 3 movement. It doesn't matter. I need that for the block. I need attack 7. I'm just not going to be able to get a crystal, which is fine. So I'm going to move 2, 4. I don't want to use this crystal. There's no point. 2, 4, 5, 6 gets me in here. I lose a reputation because of sieging a fortified site. Oh well, I'm already at X. Now he can't be fortified because you know it's a magic familiar. But doesn't matter. I do not have enough range attack. I would not have enough range attack even if I did other things here. And Into the Heat, of course, is still in my discard pile because where else would it be? Now, I'm going to block I'm going to use the shock troops to reduce one of the 2 attacks from the magic familiars down to a 0. Oh, I could do that. And then I'm going to block with the Guardian Golems and this. Now, actually, with the Savage Harvesting, I would have discarded Rage to get a red crystal. And then Intimidate. So I blocked. So, again, as I moved in, so move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also discarded the Rage with the Savage Harvesting to get myself 1 red crystal. In the Ranger Siege attack phase, I did not defeat the Magic Familiars. In the block phase, I reduced 1 attack with the Shock Troops, reduced an attack of a 3 down to a 0, and then I blocked the other attack. It's an attack of a 3. I blocked 2 from the Golems. I added 1 to that with my skills, so that's another block 3, so he's fully blocked. Now again, if I didn't block it, 6 points of damage, but still only 3 points of block needed to actually block it. Now I'm going to use Intimidate. I'm going to get attack 7 in the melee phase, reputation -2 at the end of the turn. Oh friggin' well, I have killed the Magic Familiars. That gets me 5 fame, that gets me up to 26. That's out, so I'm going to have a level up. I will do that now. And I'm going to put a thing on it. And I do not want to give another green crystal onto the inventory, so I'm going to take myself Snowstorm and let that be my deciding factor. Part of me is tempted to take Meditation, and I might take it later, but I think Snowstorm is too good. Of course, when I face the Ice Dragon later, I'm going to really wish that I had the Fireball. That goes back. I'm re-rolling this. It is red, and all these cards are out. Bam. All right. I'm drawing to my hand limit, which is 6. 1, Snowstorm, max surprise. 2, Into the Heat, super useful so far today. Stamina, ooh, movement. I love you. Give me movement. Oh, and I have 6 cards now, so we have mana draw there. Of course, I don't have any whites, but that is fine. I do see some utility in taking the Magic Familiars. There are only 6. They cost the mana. I could use Arcane Disguise. Yeah, I think it's just a good opportunity. I'm going to have, well, Goldix is declare end around next turn. I should... He's behind a wall, so I can move there without provoking an attack from him, so that's important. Of course, I do not have a white mana. Man, this is so brutal. I really want the Magic Familiars, but I don't have a white. Six points of damage. Yeah, I think it's more important. What's more important? The Magic Familiar is going to be really good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, woof. I should know what this card is. It is not March. It's not Stamina. It's not a Rage. It's not Tranquility. It's not Expose. It's not Into the Heat. What are you? It's not Crystallize. I'm looking. It's determination. Of course it is. Of course it is. If I recruit now, I guess that's fine. I mean, I can only use Arcane Disguise once a round anyway. That's fine. Whatever. Getting the Magic Familiars are almost as good as most elite units. So, all right. So I'm going to use Arcane Disguise. Ignore all the effects of the Reputation track, including the X. That's Influence 6. I'm going to spend 1 mana. I'm going to spend the mana from the source because it doesn't really matter. Ooh. It doesn't really matter. I'll make it a red. Great. So I'm going to recruit the Magic Familiars with 6 influence. I spent a red to get them, so I'm going to keep the red on top of them. I have to pay them again in between each round because they are mana hungry MFers. All right. I mean that with love and respect. Hey, act surprised. It is determination. Gold is declares end of round. I have 1 more turn. I'm going to use stamina and this to move here. And then I'm going to use determination. I'm going to add the +1 block from here. So that's block 3. So that blocks the Orc Warbeast. And then I'm going to use the Magic Familiars with attack 5 because I used the red to get them. Hey, lo and behold, guess what? They only have armor 5. So they can't be fortified, but they kind of are fortified by the wall. Actually, no, they can never be fortified. So I didn't have 5 range attack anyway. So I've killed the Orc Warbeast. That gives me 3 fame. And what was the second advanced action I got? Did I not take one? Into the heat. Oh, yeah, intimidate. I know I did. All right, 3 fame. That gets me up to 29. And my reputation goes to a -5. I'm not a total loser, guys. Look at me. So these go here. This goes here. This goes here. That flips. This comes back here. Man, that skill's been everything and then some. So I'm on there. I didn't explore twice, but that's fine. We'll get quartiles pretty quick next turn. And hopefully we'll make it work. Done. Guess we bring out the Flintstones now. Greg rolled dice, and the outcome is an improvement over the previous results. Madness. You can attempt to burn it down again. Yes, the ice golems came in and put out the fires like the good firefighters they are. Or I guess they technically ice fighters. I would have probably kept the rage to kill Warbeast or drop rage for movement to keep the staff. Ice Dragon alert on. Yeah, it's super friggin' on. All right, Monastery done. Done. We're gonna keep the banner protection on the Guardian Golems because now they have basically a resistance of 4 against everything. Although putting that on the Magic Familiars was pretty sick. You get ice resistance 6, fire resistance 6. Wolf. Yeah, I'm gonna take the banner off. And I'm going to try to put them in the Magic Familiars now. Ice and fire resistance 6 is really ridiculous. All right, this goes away, does not get replaced. I'm going to have to pay a mana to the familiars. I will pay a red. Adding a white to the deck, adding a red to here. This is down. This is down. This comes out. It is Temporal Portal. This comes out. Space Bending. If it was earlier, I would 100% get that because of the challenge from Fencius, I think is his name. So again, feel a little bit behind again. It's been a little bit of a puzzle trying to figure out how to make this one work. So we should have 19 cards in Goldix's deck now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. 5 points of fame from another level up. I very much like what I see. We have the savage monks here. We have some peasants. And we have the Utem crossbowmen. This goes up. This comes out. Rolling, it is a red, a black, and a yellow. That is not a legal roll. It's a black and a yellow, not a legal roll. It is a black and a white. We got there. Got there. So, gonna draw to my hand limit, which is still just 6. Once again, we've done an early keep that has had no keep friends to keep it company. So we have a blue, we have a white, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. We have stamina, we have mana draw, improvisation, rage, swiftness, and rage. That's how you have to say it. It's a guttural rage. All right. We are going to look at the knight tactics. Think sparing power makes the most sense. So, and hopefully we don't get bit by the green demon. We're rolling for Goldix. He rolled a 6. He rolled a 3 mana surge out. All right, Goldix is first. Be nice to me, you stupid dragon. Green. All right, only 4 greens left, kids. Green. It's only 3 greens left. Not a green, it's a blue. All right, so 3 greens left out of the 15 cards left. That is a much better statistical situation than it was last round. Sparing power. Power spared. Most excellent. I'm going to take the red. I'm going to power improvisation. I'm going to discard. Maybe I don't do that. I don't want to use a blue. I'll discard the stamina. Hopefully get a city early here. Trying to save all the attack I can because I really want to siege this level 11 city this round. So that's 5 movement. I'm going to use 2 points of movement to explore here. Would you look at that? We got an orc and a monastery. Orc face up is the scouts. I think they're scouts. I always want to say prowlers with those screwballs, but I'm pretty sure they're scouts. Trackers. They're neither. Look at me be really, really wrong. We are going to get another action here. It's Chilling Stare. Through here. That's really interesting. Of course, I do wish I left the banner of protection on the Guardian Golems now. That'd be great. You can't assign wounds to them anyway because of assassination, so never mind. I was just joking. Look at me, big jokes. Big jokeister. Well, I did the 6 movement for a reason, so I'm going to explore here too. It is the green city. Another orc right in my face. Orcs in my face. All right. Do you like my song? It's a great song. Orc here. It is more skirmishers. Remember, this only adds to block that you otherwise have. It doesn't give me 1 block, so that's an important distinction. We have more trackers. Trackers, I said it right for the first time in the history of solo playthroughs. You were there to see it. All right, we have a level 11 green city, so that's a lot of poison to contend with. That could be really gnarly. We do fortunately have a village there. Oh, it's a hole, guys. We can do that whole thing. Oh man. For those who don't know, if you use all the tiles in your terrain deck, you can take out random countryside tiles from the from the box and put them in holes, but it has to be adjacent to 3. It very, very rarely happens. I have 2 points of movement left. And I'm just going to waste it. 3, 2. Really don't want to use my units. Man. If I move there. Take the wound. Use a rage to kill one of those guys. The problem with that monastery being there is weird. I think I would keep all the attack I can to try to take out this city on this day. But I got a bunch of problems with these trackers. I mean, I have to use both my rages. I do have an intimidate, so that helps. And if I keep all my units, this could actually work. All right. I have 2 points of movement left. 3, 4, 5. That moves here. That's going to let me reveal the green city. It provokes an attack from this guy. I could use 1 rage to block 1 of the 2 attacks. The other one I'm assigning to the Guardian Golems. The Golems absorb it, do not get wounded. And then I'm going to use this rage and this red crystal to kill the skirmishers. +1 reputation, +2 fame. I don't love it, but I don't have much of a choice right now. And it lets me keep all my units, which I think is most important. This is out. Yeah, I just ended up with a bunch of orcs around me. I don't think going for that's going to be make much sense, so I won't. And now we have 2 blacks in the source. That's always a good thing. And all the cards in my hand were used. Out. Done. Let's get this green city in order. I'm next to it, so we get to see. We get 2 monsters. We have Shadow. Do not mind that at all. We have the Minotaur. And then 3 city garrisons. We have the Altum Guardians. They're not that bad. We have the Catapult. And we have the Freezers. All right, that's a good assortment for me. Remember, only the physical attacks are going to get poison, and only 2 of these suckers have physical attacks. So this is a pretty good situation. I think we can do this by the end of the round. I'm not happy I got rid of both my rages. And I'm not happy with the source that's 2 black. And I'm not happy I just spent the red crystal. There's a lot of things making me not happy. But it is what it is. All right, let's draw. Expose is useful. Savage Harvesting. Crystallize. God, I gotta kill these dudes. Ruthless Coercion. This is a bunch of crap. Banner Protection. Now I can figure out who to best put this on. and determination. If I kill the tracker, then I only need a 3. Hmm. 4. I still have Into the Heat too, somewhere in my deck. Crystallize, get a white. For 3 attack. Oh, right, I've had 1 turn. Yeah. So before my second turn, I spare power. So I'll put that there so I don't forget. So Goldix goes white, green, red, 1 more. So 2 greens left in there. I'm going to jam this in there. So 2 greens left in there out of 11 cards. So that's pretty good. So sparing power. I'm going to crystallize to get a white. I'm going to assign Magic Familiars to the Banner of Protection. Because that could work really nice with him. And then I'm going to just use Savage Harvesting to explore here because I just want to get it out of my hand right now. That's crazy. I'll just drop Ruthless Coercion because what am I doing? Yeah, I gotta get to my good cards. So exploring there, it is a keep. Look at that, kids. All right, keep will stay face down. So we have Orc. It is a Cursed Hag. Cursed Hags are going to be on either side of a Prowler. And the keep dude is face down. Probably not much utility in going the keep strategy at this point. I'm going to draw to my hand limit. So this is, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Black, black, black. Well, I guess we're using the stronger effect of Expose. I do have Snowstorm too, so I have a white and a blue over here. Wow, that's something special. So drawing 4 more cards. We have Tranquility, Concentration, Swiftness, and Stamina. I still have Snowstorm, right? So maybe I don't need Expose. Hmm. Oh, Expose is awesome against the Autumn Guardians. This is going to go in sparing power. Goldix, blue, blue. It is a green. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still one more green in here. I think we're screwed. White, 2, 3, 4. There's no more white. So we're definitely down to 3 more turns. This goes into Sparing Power. I have to. I mean, I could just. Nah, I really want to deal with these dumb skirmishers now. That's really bad, man. That is really, really bad. Oh, wait, this allows me to ready units, but I don't have any red anyway. God, it's really bad. Yeah, I don't want to deal with these skirmishers in combat. I have a white, a blue, and a black. It's going to have to be enough. And I have Into the Heat. I don't have a red, but it's still good without it. I'll like get a red from there. Oh, I can't assign wounds to them. That's something that Into the Heat might actually not work. Into the Heat might not be useful. They're double fortified. They're double fortified. I can kill them with Snowstorm, so I'm glad I have Snowstorm instead of Fireball. Reduce their attack. Arcane immunity protects the enemy, not their attack. I reduce their attack to a 1, block it, and then it would only be a 4 to kill them. So if they're dead, thinking mass expose. I have the Tranquility. But I don't have a green. 3 black is so bad, man. It's really gross. Alright, let me kill this guy. It's gonna suck, but... So, Determination, block 3. Tranquility's block 4, so he's blocked. I need 3 points of attack. I'm getting a white from Concentration. And... yeah, because I need this for him. 14 attacks, way too much. So white for Concentration, and I'm gonna use the white I get from Concentration to power Swiftness. That's 3 attack. It kills him. This comes back. These go away. It's 3 fame gets me to 34. That 1 more fame. I should have killed them. I regret not getting another skill. Wow, really close. Woof. 1 more fame would have definitely made a huge difference in how this is going to play out. But now I have these cards. I draw up to 6. Snowball, Snowstorm, Promise. Oh, man. See how many wounds I'm going to take here. Goldix is going to go green, red, white. Oh, he did have a white left. What? One. Oh, it's already got Mana Storm. Awesome. So that gives me another turn, which isn't going to matter. So I'm taking Sparing Power out. I get these 3 cards. I get +1 reputation because I did defeat that guy. Oh, Intimidate, and I don't have a red. Woof. So I do have Druidic Staff, so I could discard a card. If I discard a blue, I get 2 crystals of any color. That's really strong. I forgot about that. Yeah. So I'm going to discard a blue, which are Riddick Staff, to get 2 red crystals. That changes a lot. All right. I'm going to play Snowstorm with this blue and this black. I take a wound. That's 1 wound. I can only take 6. And that's Siege Ice Attack 8 that kills this guy. I cannot use a Siege Attack against either of these guys, although with Mass Expose is interesting. I'm still not going to get the range attack I need. Well, 4, 7. Four, 6. I'll play Promise and this movement to enter, and I lose reputation against using a fortified site. All right. I can, and I'll play this March. Ah, man. I think I want to assign. Do you think I want to assign wounds? Man, it's crazy. Wounds as they are. This is 2 wounds. This is 3 wounds. This is 10 points of damage. That'd be 4 wounds. And this is, oh, and those have poison too. Wolf. So that's not gonna work. That's definitely not gonna work. Not assigned damage. I want to use a shock trees for like 7 things right now. But I don't think that's gonna make the most sense. So I use this red crystal to power into the heat. All units have their attack and block values increased by 3 this combat. I'm going to use the Guardian Golems with a block. Oof. Will I have another red? No, I'm out of colors. I have this. Where did I get this green? I guess I had the green. I don't know. I must have had the green. I can do target enemy loses all fortifications and resistances. That's range attack 3. Range attack 2, I'm going to get range attack 6 total. That's going to be enough to kill the Minotaur because it's 1 plus 3 because of Into the Heat. However, I cannot assign wounds to my units, which makes me a little bit sad. But I've already killed 2, and I'll have. I don't have a. Oh, man, it's so gross. I don't have a blue. That's fine. I can get him to have block 5. That's going to block the Ultim Guardians. I can do. If I take all those wounds in my hand, I am a dead man. I can play the March to use Cumbersome to reduce this down to 6 points of damage. So that's only 5 wounds without assigning any damage to my units. So again, banner protection isn't doing much useful because I can't assign wounds. So 5 damage, 5 wounds. I'm not knocked out. I got the 1 because of Snowstorm. I got 2 from the catapults. I reduced the attack from an 8 to a 6 using the 2 points of movement with Cumbersome. This was my move in, so that was those 2 points of movement is fine. I could have powered it with the green, but it's still 2 wounds, so who cares? I blocked the Ultim Guardians, and I exposed the Minotaur for a range attack 2, and then I had another range attack 4 because of Into the Heat. So, everyone's dead. I mean, those 3 are dead. Now, Magic Familiars, I get attack 8, and then Intimidate, I have attack 7. So that's attack 15 total. And it's a little inefficient. It's range reputation -2 at the end of the turn, which is fine. It's a little inefficient, but I think I just use this opportunity to wipe out the Ultim Guardians. Oh, hell no. I take out these 2. That's so much less cumbersome. And that's only a block 5 now. I still have this green for to keep the Magic Familiars around. I don't know where that green came from, but I'm assuming I had it. So someone can let me know if I'm cheating on that. So yeah, so 15 points of attack. I can combine these 2, 7 points of attack to the catapults, 8 points of attack to the shadow. They're both super dead. And that's going to be, this guy survives. I took no poison wounds, which is good. These go away. This gets re-rolled. It's blue. These wounds are in my hand. So this is my entire hand. It's just a hand of wounds. But these all go away. This guy's dead. This guy's dead. This was used. This was used. These 2 were used. This was used. Alrighty then. So, we defeated 4 enemies. We have 5 wounds. And I'm going to get 7, 14, plus 8, 22 fame. 22 fame is probably 2 level ups, to be honest. Yep, 22 gets me up to 56. So another one of these. So still a hand of 6, but armor of 4 now. And I get to look at 2 of these. Shamanic Ritual, thank you very much. I added one of Goldix's. It's Magic Power, Magic Craft, Universal Power. It's pretty strong. I'm actually grab that next turn, but we're gonna do Shamanic Ritual this turn because you know mana. Mana's nice. It's a little bit too late for Puppet Master, and I will grab. I think I take Firebolt. This comes down. We go to Goldix's turn. He's going to declare end around next turn. My turn. I'm going to do Firebolt, get a red crystal. That's... yeah, I can't move anywhere. It's fine. We're just going to stay where we are. Goldix declares end around. I'm good with that. Look at me with my 5 wounds getting shuffled into my deck. We're going to day. This is going to flip. Oh, it's that guy. He's a weenie. I mean, that might make sense to take that out. Try to get a unit. We'll see what comes in a unit offer. We actually have core tiles now, obviously. So. Then he mixes up the scouts and the Randos Orcs. Black is much more great roll. Worth taking the keep just to level up and get a new skill. Assuming the intention is to make a dent in a level 22 by day 3, this is not really an option. True. We also added the Orc in that fight as well. Tile placement here is not great. And now the count wounds time very soon. Green crystal from the deep mine next to the second Mage Tower. Yes! I knew that. Except I didn't. Alright, this is done. I have to pay him. We'll take the heal. Heal 3 could be a timely heal 3 could be nice. So not worried so much about the attack. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make a dent. I think the keep, oh, man, this is a lot of swamp, man. And there's no guarantee the next one's a city tile too. So I'm going to have a hard time getting to, oh, this is really bad. I'm going to have a hard time getting to the, I mean, I should be able to reveal it. I'm going to have a hard time attacking the city this round for sure. That monastery's oddly in play, but probably not. I mean, realistically, it might be better to go through this way, go to the magical glade, reveal here, and you know, we'll deal with it. Going to the keep might be a red herring, depending on what's in the unit offer and what my starting hand is. I am going to need 14 points of attack to take out the Ultim Guardians, unless I get exposed, which could be a very nice benefit of not taking out the Ultim Guardians last turn, even though it cost me 8 points of damage to take out Shadow because I did not block them. Again, with their what the heck's the name of that skill? The elusive. All right, this is out. That's going to get replaced. It is Spellforge. This gets added. These come down. This gets replaced. It is Ice Bolts. Done. Another green. So again, 5 green cards in the deck. We will be counting them carefully. This comes down. This comes out. It is Charm. All right. This gets revealed, or this gets flipped. It's like revealed. Hey, a gold, black. Very not legal. A white, red, gold. How about that for a roll? Look at me. All right. Drawing up to 6. Tranquility. Promise. March. Rage. Druidic Staff. I'll tell you what. That could be great. Druidic Staff is a card I keep forgetting is in my deck, and it has some really nice flexibility. All right. I'm going to keep Banner of Protection there. Taking all these tiles off. Moving this down. Druidic Staff for the win. The winniest of wins. All right. Maybe. I feel better about this than I did last time, but we'll see. We shall see. I need to grab a thing. I will grab Great Start. It's probably a mistake. No, you know what? I think the risk of Great Start, I think Rethink is actually a lot better. I think Rethink's better. I think the fewer turns I can give Goldix, the absolute is the absolute way to go. So I'm going to take Rethink. They're taking Great Start. I'm first. I can discard up to 3 cards, including wounds. I will discard. None of these. I really don't want to. Oh, man, I could use this to go over the city. That is absolutely revealed space. And just keep healing. That's really nice. All right, I'm going to discard Tranquility then. Draw that many cards. There you go. It's a wound. Don't mind it. And I can shuffle this back in. All right, 4 wounds left in my deck if I'm keeping count for Magic Familiar's purposes. Which I am. Damn it, which I am. All right, well, I guess do I go to the Magical Glade or do I go to the village where I can pillage? I think I'd rather explore. I go there because then I can explore here and here in case the first one's not the city. And I'd rather approach the city from the north. The coast is here. I still have another line. So at least I'm pretty sure I do. Actually, yeah, I can definitely put a core tile there for sure. It's not the coast. There's no way that angle would work. So I'm first. I'm going to use Druidic Staff, discard Promise. And I go 2 revealed spaces to a safe space. That is a safe space. And again, it's only 2 to move in, so that's all good. While I'm there, I'm going to reveal the last 2 countryside tiles. I'm going to, and then at the end of my turn, I'm going to throw away a wound, so 4 wounds left. But I'm going to use both those cards. I'm going to explore here first, because I have to. It is the Red City. That's very nice. So actually, let me hold on to the blue. Doesn't really matter. They're the same. So we get a dragon. Oh, that's crazy. So we get a dragon here. It's face up. It's a lava dragon. We get a dragon here. It's face up. It is the storm dragon. There's a red mine. We get a ruins. It is three greens for 7 points of fame. And then remember, this is the Megapolis, so it's going to be the red-white city, which is an interesting combination. So red-white here and here. We'll figure out that arrangement in a second. So the nice thing about being here is that I can get a pretty big hand. I mean, I could try to go back and forth, go back to the village. Red, white, here and here. We'll figure. Oh, and I'm adjacent to it, so it would be revealed. So let me just do that now. We get a 1 monster enemy. It is the gargoyle, so he needs some non-physical attack. We get 1 keep enemy. Everything is +1 freaking armor, which I love the math of that. So that's that. We get, well, 1 mage tower garrison. I already used the magical glades, so let me not forget that. It is the cursed, or it's the savage monks, and then we get 7 of these suckers. So 1, 2, 3. So Altum Guardians, the Phantom Masters, Altum Mages, 4 Grim Legionnaires, 3 more, 5 is the Ice Catapult, 6 is the Amatep Gunners, and 7 is the other Altum Mages. So we need a lot of non-physical attack. Woof. Okay. I think I will explore here. Can't hurt. So I spent 2 points on movement. We have a monastery. It's our second monastery on the board, and a tomb, and a dragon den, which are breeding grounds. Breeding grounds can be good. You get an artifact and 3 crystals, but the crystals are random. But that also gives me ability to walk around there if I so choose. Starting in the magical glade, I will start with a gold, which can be helpful. All right, drawing into my hand, which is 6. We have Snowstorm. Siege attack still won't be useful against the Altum Guardians. These can flip now. A lot of physical attack, so that brutal is going to add up quick. All right, physical, physical. It's crazy amounts of physical, half physical, elemental, 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 elemental. So I guess it could have been worse. I'm going to sneeze. Man, I was trying hard to find that mute button. It wasn't happening. All right, we got a wound, swiftness, snowstorm, ruthless coercion, and swiftness. Oh, I did not do this. This can change some things. So we have the heroes. This comes down, more alt magic familiars, and the Amhotep freezers. So I could have gotten them there. I still think this makes the most sense. 14 attacks a lot. Gave me a chance to reveal a bunch of things and kind of take stock. Arcane Disguise will be nice because they'll be able to minimum get the freezers. Don't think I want 2 magic familiars, although it's not the craziest thing. I am 8 points of fame away from a level up, and if I kill the ultimate, no, I'm going to level up when I kill them, which is pretty sick. All right, Goldix's first turn. So again, he has 20 cards. Yep, correct. He has 4 more greens, 3 more greens. Yikes, that is 5 coming off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 1 more green. So hopefully I do not pull it, because otherwise, if we don't pull another green, then that's a pretty good round. Altum Guardians. Reduce. Lock. 14 attack. Reduce. Oh man, that's really gross. No, reduce block because it's not brutal. Reduce assign. 14 attack. I think I wait till I get exposed, man. Yeah, I was hoping for something to kill there. It's going to be way too hard to get to that monastery. Move 6. I really think I wait till I get exposed, because it's the equivalent of just needing 5 more attack as opposed to 14. I don't think I try to take it. I could do a big attack against the city. That's gonna be a lot of wounds shuffled into my deck. I like there a lot. A lot. But it's 6 points of movement just to get there, and I don't have the movement. All right. That's 2 movement. I'm sieging a fortified site. I'm already at X, so who cares? So Ultim Guardians. I reduce his attack down to a 2. I assign the rest of the damage there. And now I just need 14 attack. What's the best way to do this? I can get 3 points of attack from here. 3 points of attack from here. 3, 8, 12, 14. Whatever. So 14 points of attack. Again, nothing was efficient against him. I didn't have exposed. I reduced his attack to 2, and then I blocked him with the I assigned the last 2 points of damage to the Guardian Golems. They are physically resistant up to 3, so that's fine. He's dead. 8 points of fame. The 56 to 64. That is a level up. Let me clean up my play area. The gold goes away. This goes away. Rerolling this gold. It's a red. The wound and this swiftness stay in my hand. Do I keep the Ruthless Coercion? You know what? I would have kept the Ruthless Coercion because I'm going to be trying to recruit next turn. And so I would have used the Swiftness sideways. That would have made more sense. Or I could have just used the Swiftness for the move 2 instead of I just didn't use that skill at all. All right, leveling up. Universal Power is tempting. Temporal Portal is nice. Temporal Portal is real nice. Battle Frenzy's also nice. Don't think I want to risk this one. It's we'll probably want to have the mana for Universal Power. Let me take Battle Frenzy because it's really sick. This is out, and I will take Siege Attack 3. All units gain physical resistance is not going to help me when everything is brutal. All physical attacks are brutal. I will take all the elemental attack I can get, because that's a lot of physical resistance. Although I have the thing where everyone loses physical resistance. This could give me some crystals in the interim, though. Temporal Portal can help get me there. Although I don't have a blue. It's only 9 points of movement, though. That extra card draw is nice. It's another thing here. we're gonna... At some point, I just need to put attack in my deck. And at some point, I just need to put attack in my deck. All right, we're taking Ice Bolt. If this comes out, it's Heroic Tail. Oh, this goes here. All right, I'm drawing it to my hand limit, which is still 6 plus 2 because I am the leader of the Green City. So I'm going to get 8 cards. So Ice Bolt, Act Surprise, Intimidate, Concentration, Crystallize, Wound, and not another wound. I kind of want to get 3 wounds in my hand so I can make max use of the heal 3 for the Magic Familiars. I do need crystals if I hope to keep the Magic Familiars around, though. So, Goldix's turn. It's a blue. It's a white. Don't be the last green. It is not. It's a blue. 1 more. Still 1 more green floating around in there. My turn. I'm going to use Arcane Disguise, so I ignore that. I have 5 influence because I have 5 shields on there. And then I have Ruthless Coercion, so that's influence 11. I think the freezers make more sense than the heroes, as much as I love that Cold Fire block. Do I want to replace any of these clowns? None of them have physical the physical resistance is not going to be useful. So what? This is 11. Very tempted to replace the Ultim Guardian, the Guardian Golems. Cold Fire block. Eat. Cold Fire block is really sick. Target enemy is not attacked this combat. That will only work. That'll be helpful too. I need a lot of blues. Alright, I'm going to take the heroes for 9. I have 2 more influence to spend from my initial 11. I do have Intimidate. And then I'm going to use this for influence 5. It is during interaction, so reputation plus 1. So that gets me up to 7. I need 1 more point of influence. I'm going to use Crystallize Sideways because it is what it is, and get myself the Ahamethep Gunners, which I'm going to use to replace the Guardian Golems. Again, the physical resistance isn't great against Brutal. So I think that's a better arrangement. Those guys are out. Shock Troop still makes sense. Attacker block 5, yeah. And then I'm going to use Ice Bolt to get myself a blue. So, I had 5. I used Arcane Disguise, so that didn't matter. I had 5 influence. I had 6 more influence for Ruthless Conversion, so that's 11. I used 9 of that 11 here, and then I had 2 left. I got 5 more from using the heroes immediately, and then I get I use a card sideways to get a 6th more that I needed, so that was 8 to get the Amethyst Freezers. By the way, I did Reputation minus 1. Reputation minus 1, what gets me here, and then it was plus 1. So I guess it just stays at X. I don't think I could. I might be, actually. I think I could do them in any order. but I think it's a net 0. It doesn't really matter. Like I'm -5 isn't gonna help, but I'm curious about that. If I could do them in any order and actually be at the -5, or do they just cancel each other? So I have concentration, I have intimidate, and I have tranquility. I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is still 8 cards because it's 6 plus 2 because I'm the city leader. So we have Savage Harvesting, we have Expose, and we have a Wound. Beautiful. Goldix's turn. It's a blue, it's a white, don't be the last green, it's a red, one more. There's the last green. Probably won't matter unless we get lucky and get another white. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's still one more white in there, so we'll see. My turn. I'm going to use the Magic Familiars to heal 3. I'm going to move. I still have one more wound. I still have a mana there. I was going to try to do that this round, and I have the cards I want. The problem is, if I have 3 more turns, I have to move there, attack it, and then end my round there is what I want to do. And I have Tranquility to heal the last wound in my hand. The question is, do I want to discard a card? It's going to be 2 monsters. I have Exposed, which can be really helpful. Night rules do not apply to monster spawning grounds. That's correct. Yeah, I guess I'm just not going to use Savage Harvesting. I am going to have to use this move 6, though. There's 8 more cards in here. That's a little rough. Maybe it makes sense then just to move 2, move 3. I end here. So I can draw 2 more cards, and then I can discard this concentration to get a red crystal. Or a green crystal using Savage Harvesting. Which is a little nutty, but I think that makes some degree of sense. What is this? That has to, I had to spend a green to flip that. Alright, so that's done. That's done. I draw 5 more cards. Improvisation, mana draw, rage, firebolt, and 1 more stamina. So my last wound is one of the last 3 cards. Of course it is. Goldix's turn. White, red, blue. Last card. I have 2 more turns. Goldix declares end of round next turn. I start this turn with a gold. I'm going to use improvisation, discard rage for move 3, move 4, 5, move 6. This should work well. I have this gold. I can use gold in a monster den, so I'm gonna, or spawning ground. So I get there. Remember, if I had a wound in my discard pile, I could have thrown it out there at a magical glade. I did not. And now I'm going to enter the spawning grounds. All right. Again, my units are active. I can use gold. Everything's super awesome here. So we get a gargoyle, and we get a hydra. That's really annoying. All right, so target enemy does not attack this turn. Armor -3. I'm going to use that against the gargoyle. I cannot use that against the Hydra. I can take another wound, and that's fine. Fireball. Just be 10. I want to try to get. I have Shamanic Rituals still here too. Woof. One additional die from the source isn't great, so I'm going to have this and this to block one of the Hydra's 2 attacks. I cannot get enough range attack. I can get range attack 5, which kills this guy, but I can make him not attack anyway. Oh. Well, this reduces his armor by 3. With that freezes, I'm thinking, oh, I could just block him, but then I gotta worry about. I want his armor down by 3 because of that physical resistance. So at this point, I'm looking at 2 wounds from the Hydra because he has 3 different attacks, and I've only blocked 1 with Mana Draw Sideways, and then this card. Remember, I use this skill for the move 6 as well as for the extra block. I'll see if I need to do all that because I need 10 attack. I can use this red. And I can use, since his armor is down to a 1, I could use this skill. This skill kills the gargoyle. This kills that. And I guess I could do this to block a wound. That probably makes some sense. I just don't want to. I mean, I could get a red crystal, but I'm going to be able to get red crystals there anyway. And I'm getting crystals from doing the spawning grounds anyway. So I'll use these 2 cards sideways to block another one of the Hydra's attacks. I just took 1 wound, and I have a green to heal 2 next turn. Great. So I'm going to re-roll this red. That's a green. Just a reminder, so I use that to move a 6. This was block 2. This was block 2. I took 1 wound. I prevented the gargoyle from attacking, and then I reduced his armor down to a 1. Then I had 2 attack with Battle Frenzy to kill him. We still have Shamanic Ritual, but that's fine. And then I had attack 6 just with Intimidate. My reputation's in the toilet anyway, so who really cares? This Tranquility and this Wound stay in my hand. These cards go away. And I will not. I could do a healing effect now, but I will choose not to. Those all go away. 9 Fame gets me from 64 to 73. Bam. These go away. Oh, this stays. This goes away. Got to show that you fed the beast for the Magic Familiars. I draw it on my hand limit. And 2 wounds into the heat and determination. Oh my. Gold declares that around. I'm going to move 3 to get here. I'm going to end my turn there. I'm going to take the red crystal now before I forget. And then I'm going to use this green to heal 2. No wounds in my deck. What a ride. Yeah, that's that. That's about. Oh, and I did forget, because I'm a gooberhead, I forgot to get my reward. It doesn't matter. This definitely would have been in my hand. So I get an artifact. Give me something good. Oh. Banner of Fortitude, heal all your units completely, or the Endless Gem Pouch. Great. We'll just get all the crystals in the world. So, Endless Gem Pouch. I'm going to roll a mana die. So I would have played this on my last turn. Oh, also, Spawning Grounds, I roll a die 3 times. I get a blue crystal, I get a white crystal, I get a blue crystal, and then with Endless Gem Pouch, I roll this 2 more times. This could be bad, because if I roll blue, it's going to be wasted. I get a green crystal, and I get a white crystal. That's a lot of crystals. Look at me. So this goes away. These are all out. Man, this skill has been everything. This will re-ready. These will reset. And we have one hell of a battle coming up. Hopefully we can do it all in one day. I'm a little skeptical, but you know, weirder things have happened. So this gets added here. A white crystal gets added here. So minimum we're pulling off is 4. 2 more cards here because we still have a monastery. We still have 2 monasteries. Peaceful Moment is without resolve. These are out. This comes down. Wings of Wind is out. This comes down. It is Burning Shield. So not exactly the artifact I was kind of hoping for at the end here. I'm going to take Banner of Protection. This could be helpful. And with preparation, that is definitely the kind of card I will choose to put in my hand. This goes here. We have Amatep Gunners, Foresters, with Ultimate Guardians that I might choose to get here, depending on cards, but that's an extra 2 cards in my hand. So again, I'm in a place where card draw is proving difficult. That's what happened last game. I rolled 2 dice instead of 3. I don't know why. We get a red, red, white. So no black there. All right, green crystal. Did I miss the update that the unit offer? I don't see units. He forgot. He will realize once he tries recruiting units in this fancy new city. If they're conquering it, you should mind I can keep the red crystal. Your crystal strategy is really rude this game. Get the rewards for conquering the monster den. Oh, could I have kept the green crystal before? A red crystal before? Really? Let me know if I couldn't have kept that, because I never use shamanic. What did I use a red crystal on? I don't remember. I don't know. Sadget, help me. Help me out. Yeah, because I definitely never used shamanic. I think I just totally forgot I had it. I have to... Ugh, this is crazy, dude. Is block 7 useful? Probably not. Into the heat. Red crystal during city assault, the way it worked out, you could have kept it. Awesome. I will take another red crystal because I need it. Yeah, I think it's hard not to give him a red. Green goes away. Alright, so we show 21 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and 21. Yikes. The ever popular 5-1-1-1 split. Here's my D deck. I'm only drawing 6 cards. Yeah, I think I have to get back toward my green city. I just don't. It gives me 8 cards. It's still not great. I can try to get to that village. It's going to be really hard to... it's only it's 11 movement. Pillage it a couple of 1,000 times. I definitely need expose in my starting hand. Woof. Into the heat. All right, 6 cards. Ha! Into the heat right off the jump. Promise, Endless Gem Pouch, Tranquility, Rage, and Swiftness. I'm going to take so many wounds. I'm going to take 3 bajillion wounds. It's not a very good hand, which is probably perfect. Preparation. Goldix is first. And I'm going to take Banner Protection. All right. We are... Goldix is going first. Not a green. Not a green. Not a green. So 4. So, wolf. 17 cards left, 5 greens. My turn. I'm going to move in. Ugh. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm going to play Endless Gem Pouch. Roll 2 dice. A mana die 2 times. It's a green. And it's a blue. So now I just have a mana because I can't store it as a crystal. Tossing it doesn't help me, so it is what it is. All right. I'm going to then enter. I'm going to spend the red die here on Into the Heat. I'm playing Banner Protection and breaking it. At the end of this turn, you may throw away all wounds you receive this turn. Then I am just going to get knocked out. So all these cards go away. I'm not doing the math because it does not matter. But all non-wound cards in my hand that I haven't played yet go away. These 2 cards are played. This one's broken. The wounds here are insane. And they're all going away. So, knocked out. Into the Heat's played, though. I can't assign anything. I don't want to assign anything to here, so I obviously wouldn't. And now I'm going to figure out math. Who said there'd be math? Lots of math. So, the maximum amount of attack I can get, and this is all physical attack, I believe, is 4, because everything's plus 3. Plus 8 is 12. Remember, I think everything has plus 1, so we can't forget that. So 4 plus 8 is 12. Plus 8 is 20. Plus 8 is 28. Plus 4 is 32. Physical resistance, not going to deal with. Physical resistance, not going to deal with. Physical resistance, not going to deal with. 22 allows me to kill the Grim Legionnaires. That's 11. The 32, I'm sorry. 4, 12, 20, 28, 32. 11 plus 6 is 17. Man, they should go. Plus 9 is 26. Could do it this way. 11 plus 9 is 20. Plus 7 is 27. Plus 5 is 32. Right, so it's 18, 24, 28 plus 1 for each is 32. So again, 4, 12, 20, 28, 32, flipping that sucker. And again, we have 18, 24, 28 plus 1 for each is 32. So all these guys are dead. This doesn't get. This was from something. This was from the endless gem pouch. All the wounds I got are thrown away. This is broken. These are dead. These guys survive. What wounds? Never happened. This is done. They're all used. This is face down. I'm re-rolling this. It's a red. And we get 17, 24. Minus reputation because no one likes when you kill a hero. I was already at X. One of these cards would have been my movement in, obviously. So 17, 24, 29 fame. 17, 24, 29 fame. 29 fame gets me from 72 to 73 to 102. That's 2 level ups. So we get this. We get 2 more skills. We should have added one from Goldix last time. That goes there. I will take Goldix's universal power. And I will take, I can play a card sideways for 3 if it matches the same color. It's 4. Sorry, I was buzzing. And I have to take the bottom one. I will take Force of Nature. Now that could actually be really useful, even against brutal enemies. 2 physical attacks left. The rest are 3 physical attacks left, 3 elemental attacks left. And we have 3 things of physical resistance, 4 things of physical resistance. So that mass expose is going to be of utmost importance. All right. I'm going to draw to my hand limit. We killed 4 of these suckers. Draw to my hand limit, which is 7 now. And so 1, 2. Oh, and my turn there, I get a red crystal. Look at these crystals. Mana draw, stamina, improvisation, march, and expose. Now I definitely need a black mana somehow. I think I come back here just to get the +2 card draw. I rest a turn to get this battle frenzy back. I don't think there's a good place for me to recruit, although 5, I can get these guys for pretty cheap. It's gonna be Oh. How does that work? Could I have played the 2? Sajit. Oh, it's right. Shock troops get +1. I forgot to do that last time too. So then +1 attack for each. But level 22 with armor reduction as close as possible. Getting the gunners would help you in the next phase. Getting them with +3 lets you deck one of the ultimate mages. Remember, the shock troops also have +1 unit attacks. Could I have spent the 2 influence to activate the heroes in the block phase, even though I did not activate them until the melee phase? You already have your influence go for heroes. Yeah, I get that. Oh, I could use this. Right, I could use this skill to get +2 influence. It's not reputation, so it's not modified by X. It's not interaction. I'm just spending influence. Right. Okay. Thanks. I'm actually curious if I could have spent the influence beforehand. I don't think I could have, but what Dursu's telling me and reminding me, because he's the best, is that I could just spend this 2 influence during the assault, and I could have done that. That's actually really helpful. The question is, with the +3 extra attack, would it have made sense to wipe out? Nope. Someone else who's not one of these clowns. And I think the answer to that is yes. I should have. Maybe. Yes. I'll use that to kill the savage monks instead of the heroes? Couldn't have done much more. Oh, I had +3. I could have killed the gunners instead of the heroes with that extra 3. Technically, I could have killed something. No, I wouldn't have been able to do. I think the gunners are already brutal. I think the heroes are going to be a little easier, and that's going to give me 2 more fame. Right, so the shock troops give me 1 ranged attack, and then all the units get +1 attack. I don't think I used that before, but I don't think it would have mattered, because I remember I used the 1 unit for block, and yeah, it is what it is. I don't think I actually used my units for attack much, and I don't think the +1 or 2 would have made a difference in that exact setup. All right. No, you have arcane disguise. Gunner's out. Excellent. Yeah, that's what I'm. You're saying no. I don't know why you're saying no, but I'm confused. But I would use the 2 influence from arcane disguise to be able to activate the heroes. So I think we're on the same page, but we'll find out. All right, Goldix. Red, green, red. 1 more. Another green. So 3 greens and 13 cards left. Not terrible math. Recruiting the gunners is nice. I agree. Siege attack 3. Range fire attack. All units have all resistances. I have a lot of movement cards. All right, I'm going to use improvisation, move 5, discard a stamina. That's move. Oh, I get a black by starting on the magical glade. Oh my gosh, that is everything I wanted. All right, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Gets me here. I can throw away a wound. I don't have any wounds. Shocker. But I'm now next to my city. I got to decide if I want to go in there to recruit next turn. But I will start the next turn with the black as well, which I love. This gets re-rolled. It's a red. I draw to my hand limit of 7 plus 2 now, so 9. So Intimidate, Snowstorm, Termination, so that's 5, 6, 7. Rage is 8, and Ruthless Coercion is 9. The problem is if I go into the city, it is going to be 5 movement back out. And 5, 11. That fire attack is nice, man. But Mass Expose is also gonna... Well, Mass Expose... If I go in, I still have another march. Oh, I have Savage Harvesting. Mana draw is going to give me 2 blacks. Siege Ice Attack 8. That wipes. That 9 is so annoying. Siege Ice Attack 8. Alright. This is my attack cards for sure. Siege. I have a green. Siege attack. Siege Ice Attack. I would need 11 for those two. I could knock them both out. Make them lose resistances with Mass Expose. And then just crush them all. Crush them all. He's done 2 turns. I've done 2 turns. So it's his turn again. Am I gonna get Battle Frenzy back? I don't think so. That would have been another argument, actually. I don't use up Battle Frenzy. I don't think that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense. I think I use up Battle Frenzy. Get rid of the gunners. I just don't know if I can move, recruit, move, rest, and attack. I'm running out of turns. Well, if gold looks different, it's a green. I can maybe do that. Green, blue, red. One more. Oh my. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 greens. Getting very lucky there. Well, if I get the gunners, and that great. If I only get the gunners, it's fine. So I'm going to move in for move 2. I'm in the city. I have 5 influence. I have this black mana. I'm going to use this red. That's 11. And I'm going to take the gunners and disband the shock troops. Actually, I'll disband the familiars because they keep eating my mana. Oh, I have another. I don't have to disband anything. I have another thing. Just joking, which is fine because then I get assigned wounds, and that's helpful. So this technically should have a red still on it. All right. I lose reputation. I actually had to use arcane disguise to make that happen, so that's fine. This was used, and the movement card was used, and getting the 5 movement back out of here might be a problem. Oh, I have that, which is fantastic. So if I'm desperate, I can use that and get me a lot of movement. So I don't get this next turn. I draw 2 cards. Gets me up to 9 swiftness and crystallize. Crystallize is not great. This gets re-rolled. It's a green. Goldix's turn. Green, blue, white, 1 more. This is amazing. My turn. I'm going to use Crystallize Sideways with Universal Power and a blue. That's move 4. This is move 5. That's going to get me back into the Magical Glade. I start next turn with a black mana. This is used. Yeah, I don't need that many blues. This is out. This is out. This is done. I draw. Is there any cards that I really need? I don't know. I'll draw this. It's Firebolt. Red. Red. Don't think the fire attack's gonna be very useful. So if I rest and I get this back and get a red crystal, that probably makes more sense. All right, Goldix's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm resting. I'm going to get a red crystal from Firebolt. Gives me 3 there. I have this black mana because I started there. And since I rested, I'm going to get Battle Frenzy back. I draw 1 card. Again, it's 7 + 2. It's concentration. That's probably really nice. The cards I didn't get to: Savage Harvesting, Ice Bolt, and Druidic Staff. I could live with all of that. Alrighty then. Move, attack 3, attack 2. Goldfish is to declare end of round next turn. My turn. I'm going to move in with siege attack. Oh, that's really bad. Siege attack. They're ice resistant. I wish I killed them now. That +1s are really annoying. I might just save it. All right. So I'm going to move in with the swiftness for move 2. Once inside, I'm going to play concentration and force of nature for siege attack 5. That kills the heroes. Done. That was my move 2. Let's figure out wounds. I don't think I'm playing Snowstorm because it's just really annoying. But I might have to. I do get any mana I want. Range fire attack. All right. So this is 10 points of damage. That'd be 3 wounds. No poison. That was the last turn. These can all go away. They're just confusing me. Out, out, out. So 10 points of damage, 3 wounds. 10 points of damage with poison. I'm not going to be worried about poison right now. 3 wounds. 8 points of damage is 2 wounds and poison. 8 points of damage is 2 wounds and poison. This is, again, 10 points of damage. Woof. The +1 armor to these clowns is really bad because my snowstorm is very much muted. But I think I can deal with the wounds. All right. Let me figure out this way. So 10 points of damage would be 1 wound to him, 1 wound to me. It's 10 points of damage because everything is brutal. So that would, my wound count right now would be 1. 8 points of damage is 2 wounds. 8 points of damage is 2 wounds. Can I go without taking my hand? My hand limit's 7 too, so I could take 1 more wound from snowstorm and still be fine. The 10 points of damage here. Oh man, it's a lot. I have to kill one of these dudes. All right, snowstorm. I'm gonna do the black and a blue, and I take a wound. That's 6 wounds, and I'm gonna kill the savage monks and take no wounds. And the gargoyle, that'd be 3, 4, 5. So I'm still alive if I wound all those guys. Perfect. So I'm not knocked out. I would take these 6 wounds to my hand. These guys are all surviving. This one survives. These are the 6 wounds in my hand. And I could potentially block some of them. I'm not that worried about it right now. We'll figure it out later. But again, they got this 10 points of damage. I gave 6 points of that to the Amethyst Freezers. It took 1 wound to my hand. These guys gave me 2 wounds each, so technically that would be 4 wounds to my discard. I'll put them sideways. This guy gave me 10 points of damage. I just wounded the other 3 unwounded units. And I just killed this guy and took a wound there. So it'd be 1 wound, 2 wounds, 2 wounds plus 1 wound is 6 wounds. So that's right. Now I'm playing Mass Expose. First I have to play Mana Draw, power with the white from the source, turn this to black, and I'll take 2 black mana. I already have 1 from the Magical Glade, so it's not that big of a deal, but I'm going to do Mass Expose and another white crystal. All enemies are losing all resistances. None of them have arcane immunity, so it does work on all of them. So since they don't have resistances, I need 11, 19, 27 plus 1 for each. I need 31 points of damage. Now, I'm going to get Shamanic Ritual will give me a red. That's 7, 13, 17, 18, 19, 23, plus the 3 here is 27. Woof. All right. Let me keep Battle Frenzy around, and that gives me 25. So I have Mass Expose. Nope. I have Mass Exposed everybody. since I'm doing it this way, I probably want to not waste the ice attack on him. I needed to kill him, otherwise I was going to get knocked out, though. So I'm going to keep the Savage Monks around. That's fine. The amount of damage they were doing was still 5 plus Brutal, so 10 points of damage, so it's the same. And now at least I killed him before I didn't have to block him. And the 10 points of damage I just had for him, I assigned the same for the Savage Monks, and now it's going to be a lot easier to kill the Savage Monks next turn. Let's see if I can kill the rest of them. So 15, 23, 24, 25, 26. All right. Do I have 26? I think I do. 3, 10, 19, 25, Battle Frenzy, 26, 27. Done. All right. 3, 7, 14, 15, 16, plus 6. And actually, I don't even need to use the red. Plus 5 is 21, 22, 23. 15. I need 26. I'm sorry. 3, 7, 14, 15, 16, 22, 23, 24. Math is hard. Yeah. Three, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 24. Nope. Universal power with the blue. 25, 26. 15, 23, 24, 25, 26. 3 plus 4 is 7, 14 plus 4 for universal power, 18, 19, 20, 26. I do need the red, so that's 26. So 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 7 is 14, plus 4 is 18, plus 2, 19, 20, plus 6 is 26, 15, 23, 24, 25, 26. That math all works out. Again, they all lost all resistances. This is powered by a white crystal, so we do not need to worry about anything that being resistant to anything. The only one that lives is the stupid Savage Monk. This is my move 2 to get in. I'm going to move back here. End of my turn, I can throw away a wound from my hand or my discard pile. I will throw away 1 from my hand. So I have 5 cards in my hand, all wounds. This goes back. This I never used. I will use it to keep a blue, because why not? Everything else goes away, although I will start next turn with the black. So that goes there. These come out here. These are done. This is done. I have killed 6 of these enemies. So, concentration plus force of nature killed the heroes. Snowstorm killed the gargoyles. And then I had 26 points of damage from expose, rage, intimidate, determination, the gunners, and the lesser usage of battle frenzy. That is great. The black does not get rerolled. The white does. It's black. And these come out. Glad I got Battle Frenzy back. These are all done. These are all done. Great. That goes off. That stays because, again, we fed the Magic Familiars. Fame-wise, we get a lot. 9, 17, 25, 33. I don't know. I'm at 137 for those keeping track at home. This is also out. And I probably never used, I don't think I ever used the block, but I didn't really block anyway. And I needed every point of damage I could do. I draw up to 9, so I get these 3 cards. Super interesting. Goldfish declares end of round, so this is my last turn. I'm going to use Savage Harvesting to go back in. I defeated 5 enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm out of little shields. 5. Savage monks are attacking. I will take the 3 wounds. Actually, 10 points of damage. So there, 1 wound, 1 to my discard, and that's actually a double wound there. Who else had poison? So yeah, actually, I would have the one by not using the gargoyles. I didn't have to worry about double wounding any of my units. So I killed the gargoyles and last turn. So again, this guy's getting double wounded though, because whatever. And now I just need to do 6 points of damage, which I can do with Battle Frenzy and Ice Bolt. Or I could have done Druidic Staff and a mana. I mean, there's a bunch of things I could have done here to make that happen. But this dude is dead, and we have conquered the level 22 city. Booyah! All right. We got there. Watch Greg do math. It's fun. This guy's dead. 4 more fame. 41. Huzzah. I'm going to look at the chat now. So I'm going to be like, you forgot it! The +1 for something. All right. Use the green die and assign damage to heroes. You can assign damage without activating them by using influence. You need to influence. Yeah, I knew I could assign damage. You need to influence. You want to use them to fight or block, but I use them to fight. So that was my big question. Are you sure, Seth? Because as far as I know, you cannot simply use them if you don't play influence, even assigning damage. You do not. Sajat's right. You do not need to assign influence. You do not use it. You're not activating them by assigning damage to them. Refuse to take part in the assault on a fortified site unless you pay 2 influence points during combat. You cannot use their abilities during combat. You can assign damage. Correct. He's either right there or just short. Remember Samanek for the black mana. Oh yeah, that was another way to do that. I could have used this for the black mana instead of using yeah, that would have probably been a little bit easier on the math instead of using mana draw and turning a die to black. You use universal power and the mana draws. You do not need the extra blacks. Shamanic can give to you. This would add 6 extra damage. It also kill monks. 2 from skill. 4 from universal. Good game, man. Doesn't matter anyway. Interesting. That into the heat plus banner combo kicked ass. I think Greg's gonna stop Mage for a while since he beat the highest difficulty. Technically, you could play 22-22. May have been experimenting with that. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do higher than 11-22, or at least it's gonna be a while. Not on the channel, at least. At some point you're gonna lose the ability to see new and interesting combos. You're just kind of digging for the same cards over and over. I mean, obviously, having Into the Heat and the banner protection proved extremely useful. This skill was a hero all game. The Druidic Staff was super useful, and just being able to get 5 good units. Actually, a 6. Remember, I'm actually a 7th. Remember, I recruited the herbalists and then got rid of them, and then I recruited the guardian golems and got rid of them. I don't know. Like, Krang is very dependent on this arcane disguise skill. Just the way, the way the game plays out, you're constantly going to be fighting a losing battle, trying to keep your reputation up in most games with Krang. So I don't think you can really ever pass up arcane disguise in most games with Krang. But I guess there might be the occasional game where there's just a lot of orcs and you're kind of keeping you're keeping on top of your reputation. Also, remember, I never killed a Draconum. So that really, that's a big reputation bump every time you do that. But got the 3 these things, 3 artifacts and 2 really good spells, and was able to kind of piece something together. And I do think, again, I do think I left a win on the table last week too, just by making some bad decisions. But that, you get rusty when you don't play these games all the time, for sure. So, well, not all players trash their reputation. Krang makes it hard, man. I mean, that ruthless coercion is -1, -1, -1 every round. Like, it's really hard to keep that reputation up, and especially at the higher levels where you're probably going to have to go at these cities twice. you know, every time you start that attack is -1. You know, you pull the heroes a couple of times, you're -1. I mean, it's really tough. There are games where I could see it happening, but I think more games than that, you're going to be really struggling to keep that reputation on top of, you know, above the -3, you know, at best. So, but this is super fun. I will be doing other things. I just really wanted to play Maze Knight again, so I am very much still itching Dawn of the Zeds. I got all the uprising stuff. I have some patron challenges. I'm long overdue for a Spirit Island. I know, but we'll get there. Level 22, when the first city really hones you in on the type of card you need to make it happen, and once you do weird stuff like level 33, aka Triple Megapolis. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. I think if it was only solo conquest, I would probably be tempted. But you know, just with the number of, you know, I haven't played Return in forever. I haven't played Quest in forever. Like it's just been, there is something to be said about the fact that I do keep going back to solo conquest when I haven't played in a while, and I think it's just, you know, it's where I just cut my teeth. But Quest is still probably my favorite scenario. But there's something nice and ready to go with solo conquest for sure. Literally nobody complains that you play more Maze Knight. That's also true. That is also true. Except publishers probably internally when they're like, why hasn't he featured my game yet? So speaking of which, there are some review copies which I have to get on the channel sooner rather than later. So maybe by the end of the year, I do have a couple of weeks that will be a little lighter for me. So maybe I'll try to take this opportunity to get some of those things knocked out. I have lost Wolfhair's quest 4 times this week. Saget, say it ain't so, dude. Say it ain't so. Yeah, thanks for the reminder about the shock troops. Their +1 is pretty important. In the end, I don't know if it helped remembering it because I probably should have remembered that I had Snowstorm on my deck, and the physical resistance of the heroes was going to be annoying. Although having the heroes back did make the determination plus force of nature a really nice siege attack 5. Like bam, done. So yeah, that probably worked out pretty well for me. Yeah, man, do what you have to do. But hey, I will eventually. I will get it eventually. That legendary tight is tricky. Oh yeah, yeah. What's above tight? There's like thrilling, I think, which is absolutely absurd. But yeah, tight's tricky. Let's play something together next year. Yes, for sure. For sure, that'd be good to get the audio more correct next time. But this was great. I'm super excited about this. I'm also very hungry, so I'm gonna go take care of that. And this is questions, comments, epiphanies. Put them in the comment section below. Other than that, requests. I don't know, whatever you want to talk about. Your grocery list, whatever. I'm fine. I'll read it all. It's great. But I will be back. Probably not doing 2 this week, but I'll definitely be back next week. Probably try to get a couple the next 2 weeks, and then we'll be getting really into the holidays. So things are gonna get pretty nuts pretty quick. One Lust was on tight with 9 wounds left in his deck. Whoa, yeah. Nah, man, that's I had that one live stream where I think I had 7 wounds left in this deck, but I just had an insane deck with Goldix and I was able to win anyway. But yeah, it was nuts. Cheers, everyone. It has been good. It has been especially good. Krang is happy, and when Krang's happy, I'm happy. And when I'm happy, I hope you're happy too. So that's about it. Time to go. Have a great night, everybody. Until next time, happy gaming.
Solo.